Hi, everyone. How are we today? Or actually, it's night. It's very rainy outside. I was, it's been raining for days. I hope we don't have the same situation as California. We don't want that. That won't be fun, you know? So nice to have you chime in. Thank you for showing up, showing out. I do appreciate it. I am really trying to, like, literally go on more often. And what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about us as the feminine energy. As I have spoken many times before, is that we are going through a massive, massive change in our society. And I truly believe, and this is just my opinion, is that the key element of this massive change is her. Um, and it's not in an arrogant thing, it's almost in understanding that she has been working to heal herself and to like understand who she is and what is her divine purpose. We are living right now where the feminine energy is so needed. It is a powerful thing to know that we are here to heal our society. And as you know, I work in the public, I work with females, males. I probably, just last year did over, maybe 2,000 people. So I get a lot of conversation. And one thing that I'm seeing is that we have people are waking up, and it's like they don't even understand that as they wake up, what is really happening to them. They don't really get it. Some people just really don't get it. Then you have the divine masculine that is really trying to give an explanation to the divine feminine why and what is going on with the masculine energy. I really appreciate it. You will see a lot on my content that I like to get a male's perspective. I actually today talked to one of my best friends. Um, uh, he just wrote a book, uh, Taking the Leap, and he agreed to come on, and we're going to try to do another live stream, excuse me, with another guest. And then I have like two guests that I'm working on having coming on our live stream, because I do want you guys to have a perspective of both sides of the thought process between the masculine and the feminine energy. I think it will help so everybody can get a like a synopsis on what's going on in our world today. And the crazy thing, like I have said a few years back, I just had this. really intense burden within my own soul as a Scorpio. I didn't know how it was going to play out. I still don't know how it's going to play out. I just wanted to be able to really educate women and men as a Scorpio. We Scorpios are the goddesses and the kings of love. Not all of them understand their power. Not all of them understand their power, but as we go through the shift, we're going to start seeing magnificent things happen. And right now, it's just like, um, my friend just told me today, this, my best friend, very successful, uh, published writer. He's on the bestseller. And he told me today he had to go to a special event. And on that special event, he tried to he did ask a woman, would you come? And the first thing she said, is it a date? And he goes, no, I thought we could go as friends. And she declined. And the thing is that pretty much most of my dating life, I've dated like European men. And when you date, when you date a European man and you break up, you're still friends. And actually, when they get married and they divorce, they will actually have Sunday brunch with the ex. Not here in America. We don't know how to separate and negotiate a really nice relationship, because sometimes we just grow out of a relationship. Sometimes it's just not working, and sometimes people are just not good people. And so um he was telling me how he couldn't, and my friend is he's pretty handsome. He's not bad looking at all. And so we were talking about it, and I told him, I said, women are not there anymore. Women are not there anymore. And once you decide and understand and get a true understanding of who you are, and as you heal your inner child, like while you're healing your inner child, it's something that is on I really feel that it's something on an energetic level that changes your mindset about how people come at you, how women are just, and one thing I told Steve, I said, women are just tired of being sexualized. And I read somewhere where women have been literally persecuted for thousands of years under the power of the masculine energy. And it's a shame. It's a shame because we were created to have this dance, this, 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 partnership that it just flowed and it worked, right? But we have gotten into the ego. And I remember just watching a content creator, and I think I left it on my one of my feeds. He basically said, we're in this dance. We're in this dance of air, which air is very masculine, and it's that Aries air, Aries energy. And Aries energy, all they want to do is go in and bust things up, and then they don't take no hostages, right? So we're not learning how to come together. And I wanted to explain to you guys, especially women, especially you girls, you guys, the reason women's voices were taking, the reason that women were part of the witch trials was they were healers. They were automatic healers. they would take herbs and they would take potions and they would make their, they would make ointments, and even if you think in the Bible, she used incense of myrrh. I mean, they used to use incense to protect their men. They used to use incense to protect their homes. And, you know, back then, when a woman did that, she actually put her life in danger. Like if she would have went in the backyard and created some kind of potion to put on her family to heal them, she had foresight. She had intuition. And this is what's so interesting, what the intuition that she had is that she can sense someone that was unclean. She could sense if someone came into her reality that didn't mean well to her. She could sense these things. She could see these things. She could actually, um, um, how can I say it? She actually, on an energetic level, could identify, and they couldn't have that. They couldn't have that type of power on a woman. And I really believe the reason she had that power, because she is more women, and they have done it, they've done studies. Women are more open to go to counseling. Women are more open to go to a higher power to resolve their conflict within their soul. And it's so interesting because now that she is butterflying, now that she is awakening, now that she is expanding, she's getting a total different perspective on her reality. And she's starting to see where she is needed in this construct of this world. And I spoke last week how we are being prepared. Sometimes I laugh, I'm sorry, because I get spoken to, and it's just so beautiful because we are literally being prepared. And I know it's been really hard. I know it's been really hard. I have a few of you guys that are just recently getting out of abusive relationships. And I know it's like, you get out of this abusive relationship, and then you open your eyes, and you're no longer in that survival mode, and you wonder, how did I end up staying in that so long? You stayed because you needed to at the time. And your time is not the time of another person's time. Your time comes when your time comes. And that time is individual on each of us. Why do we stay in emotional abusive relationships? Because you love real hard. Men do too. But I'm having this conversation for the feminine energy. My heart was just feeling a sense of, how can I show you from a Scorpio perspective the deepness of what I feel in my soul when it comes to us as feminine energy. I am so proud at this point in time, in this minute, at this day, to be a woman in this time, that I can impart my knowledge, and my knowledge is not, um, by, a theologian. My knowledge comes from my personal experience and what Gaia gives to me on an energetic level. He speaks to me about how and what he wants me to speak about. And I do know what I speak about is in a timely manner because that's how the universe works. I want to say again, take some time, leave comments. I always answer you back. Share like this. But there was a time that women, to be gifted, to have that intuition to keep you safe, could have you killed. And couldn't that be, as we live today, why a lot of women are feeling themselves in abusive relationships and why they're having, because I get a lot of comments, a lot of people that will email me and tell me what they've been going through. And so how did we get in this situation? Because our choice was taken from us hundreds, thousands of years ago. We were not allowed to be free agents of our bodies, our souls, and who we are. And so, as we begin to reawaken those energies that were lying dormant, that were dead, that have been buried by the masculine energy, don't speak, don't talk, don't. It used to even be if a woman gave birth to a child that was imperfect, her husband could cast her away, put her aside, have her hung, shot, murdered. Only, and maybe I shouldn't even said that on YouTube, but only because she had no power. She had no power. Her power was lie in, and that's not too. I was thinking about Tina Turner. I went and saw her video. I went and saw her. My girlfriend took me to go see the play. And what was amazing about Tina Turner, she lived for 50 decades. So like she was a singer for 50 decades. And what's so crazy about it is that when she first started out, they couldn't, like, black people couldn't even go into a hotel. It had to be segregated. So she had been around from the time for many millenniums. And when you listen to her music is the evolution of her growth. Her music was an evolution of her healing. And so if you think about it, she had to watch, like, she worked, she sung, she made money in her marriage for 15 years and never got a cent of it. That's why women are awakening. 15 years making millions for her family, and she never had a dollar in her purse to go buy a drink of water. And it was so interesting because all through the play, it was talking about how she had her awakening and she began to meditate. And as she began to awaken, she began to heal her self-esteem. She began to heal her soul. She began to heal her heart. She began to rewire her mind. This is why it's needed for the woman to have her evolution, her elevation, to know who she is, to understand why she's here. Because you're not just here to have your children. You're not just here to work a job. You're not just here to clean your house, but you're here for the revolution of the awakening of the woman to heal a damaged land, to heal a sick culture. That is a powerful, scary, humbling responsibility. And so, as we are finding out what our calling is in this change, in this substance of what's going on in our world today, and how everything is broken, everything is falling into this, it has to implode in order to allow the woman to arise. And she's not arising. The only reason this is happening, because she has to awaken first so she can be there for the masculine energy. Because the masculine energy at this point in time, they're moving very slow. They're not hearing the voice of Gaia. They are so deep in their ego and gathering and capitalism and all that. That is their focus. But what we've been doing, we've been going inside of ourselves. We've been seeing the pain, healing the pain, growing every step of the way. And as we grow, not only are we better women, not only are we better people, we're better moms, we're better sisters, we're better friends, we're better lovers. And we will not accept anything other. We will not accept, because now our third eye is open. We can see, our perception and our understanding becomes very, very acute. We're not accepting what is not comfortable for our divine growth and the health of our lives. Because we're here to make change in the people around us. And I think I said last week, it is so important that we understand how powerful the feminine energy is, how powerful you are, how magnificent you have been created. That is a beautiful thing. And it's as we integrate these wonderful energies, and as we begin to heal our bodies from the assault of the tongue, the assault, we're able to come out on the other side whole. We know who we are. We understand why we're here. And it's so interesting because as we step in our feminine energy, it and you know, I said last week, feminine energy has no archetype. We hear feminine energy, and the first thing, you know, guys do is they see the physical. It's not the physical. It doesn't identify itself in the physical. It's an etheric energy that lies within all of us. It lies within the male. It lies within the feminine energy. Some of us just carry, we choose what side we're going to carry. But in that choice of what we're going to carry, that's a mixture of the opposite archetype. And what we're trying to do is dance with that and bring harmony, because literally, I think I said this last week, currency, the biggest currency, is not how big the wad in your pocket is. It's not the car you drive, the house you choose to live in. The biggest currency is, are you connecting? Do you know how to connect with human beings? Do you know how to connect with the feminine energy? The feminine energy will not be open to an unconnected energy. That's why, my friend, he got turned down. He got turned down. He's got everything that back in the day we would call the perfect guy. But women ain't looking for that anymore. They're not looking for things. They're looking for the valuable treasure of connection. It doesn't matter how thick your wallet is. She wants connection. And so many people they can't even conceptualize what connection truly means. What does connection really mean? It is the ability to connect with another soul in authenticity, in purity, and love. And when you have that component of love with authenticity, you will take time to listen, to understand, to pour into the vessel. And I think right now, and this is what I'm hearing so much by women, the more women wake up, you got to match them energetically. Because if you don't match them energetically, you're not going to have a chance. That's the power of the feminine energy. You will not have a chance if you do not match her on an energetic level. And it should be the same way with the masculine energy. If that person is not vibrating on an energetic level with you, they're not the person for you. And it's not based on, the physical, even though everything is based on the physical. It has nothing to do with the physical. And when you start reaching into your feminine energy, girl, and let me tell you, I just actually heard this maybe a couple of weeks ago. A young lady is dating a divine masculine. And when she started dating the divine masculine, she was kind of concerned because every time she was around him, she fell asleep and she couldn't figure out like what is happening. Well, the reason she was falling asleep because the divine masculine was in his place. When a woman can fall into her feminine energy on a natural, not be sexualized, not be told what she needs, it's a natural. And it's actually, if a man has to tell you to drop into your feminine energy, he's not equipped. He's not equipped to love you. He's not equipped to be your man. I'm sorry, I know that's hard. If you got to tell a man, or you have to explain to a man that the comfort of his covering and the beauty of his connection relaxes you and causes you to surrender into your feminine energy, that's what's so interesting about that. And not a lot of men have that power. The new currency, and I will say that again, is connection. It's not how big your nana is. It's not how many houses you got or how many cars. It's, can you move me with connection? When I stand in front of you, do I see an empty space or do I see a connective space? That's how you can determine. And you know, all this work we've been doing, girls, you have opened your eye of all seeing. The third eye helps you see the perception of someone's aura or where they're at energetically. Because you don't want anybody touching your chakra, your sexual chakra, that are unclean. And what I mean by unclean, I think I posted that we have to understand the reason we are integrating so much energy and the reason we have to do what we have to do, because you have narcissists running around in our reality. And I don't know when it started happening. I noticed it in 2020. I didn't even know what it was, but I noticed it in 2020. They are on assignment. They are on an assignment to come and interrupt, to interrupt the divine feminine awakening. They're on an assignment. That's why they have no feeling when they take from you. That's why they will bring words of making you feel powerless. And the more you grow, the more they try to stop your growth because they are on assignment. And that's why it is so important that we understand who we are, where we stand. And the most beautiful thing is when I did my Noni fast. My Noni fast is 2.5 years, almost 2.5 years. I've been in a Noni fast. And like I said, I've been dating. And like literally my libido is gone. It's gone. You're going to have to be somebody really, really interesting to cause this Scorpio to be excited about you. And it has nothing to do with what you have. And so as we go through this shift, as we begin to heal, it's going to feel exhilarating. But we must harness that energy, harness, study, and spend a lot of time in silence. There's sometimes I just have everything off in my house. I don't talk to no one. I don't listen to anything. I am just in silence because I want to hear the divine. I want to hear what he has to say to me so I can be more effective as I go through this shift. This energy is beautiful if you've done the work. This energy will be hard if you haven't done the work. But it's not an impossible task. Spend more time with thyself. And I'm telling you, friends, family, men, friends, boyfriends, exes, they will try to distract you for becoming the best you can be. Thank you. Follow, share, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good day.